Now, I've never seen a Telecaster like this, and it might just be the best one I've played. In today's episode, we check out a 52 Relic Bronze Telecaster by Dale Wilson. This is a master-built beauty, so without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley, and today we're checking out a master-built Tele by Dale Wilson. This comes in a very unique bronze finish, and it's based around a 52 Relic Telecaster. I absolutely love these Dale Wilson models. In my opinion, he's the best master builder. I've not played all the master builds, so obviously it's only from the pool of guitars that I've played. Out of all the master builds I've played, I much prefer the Dale Wilson ones, and I really like the way that he finishes his guitars. But more on that later. Before I get into the video, make sure to leave a like on this video, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We have so many trips planned for 2025, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. It's free, and it really helps us out, and we really appreciate all the support, guys. So, let's grab the case and open up this Dale Wilson 52 Telecaster. So guys, it's that time again. I've got the Fender Custom Shop case all on the sofa here. We've got this really nice kind of white case with the black bumpers, so let's open up each combo latch. Very excited for this one, you guys are gonna love it. So we've got another Dale Wilson guitar to show you. We love Dale Wilson here at Squealing Pig Guitars. As we open it up, we have a very interesting finish on this one. This has a very interesting relic job. I'm actually going to pull out the case just to get it in the light a little bit more. So I've just got it a bit more in the light now so you can see the finish. It's got some green in areas, but it's mainly bronze. It's very beautiful indeed. And I just love that relicing style on that silver anodized pickguard, especially this area here. Just looks very war-torn, very cool indeed. And then we've got all this kind of relicing to the plate, but we'll go over the specs in a little bit. But it's probably one of the nicest looking Teles I've ever seen. It's absolutely stunning. Let's see what else we get in with the guitar. Of course, we get a Fender Custom Shop strap. These are some of the best straps that you can get, so make sure to keep this if you get a Fender Custom Shop guitar. Opening up the little pouch here, we get the Fender Masterbuilt COA big leather booklet. You get this with every Fender Masterbuilt guitar, and it's actually signed by Dale Wilson there. 52 Tele Relic, made on the 27th of April 2021. But then you get your usual kind of case candy alongside the 2021 Custom Shop catalog. We've gone over these before, but basically there's all the specs that you can get or order from the Fender Custom Shop, which is really cool. But that's all in here with this guitar, so it's completely original. So now that we've checked out what you get with a Fender Masterbuilt Telecaster, let's pull it out and talk about the specs. So here we are, guys. I've got the 52 Relic Bronze Dale Wilson in my hand, and it's absolutely stunning. I just love the way that Dale Wilson finishes these guitars. They're so unique and have a very kind of individualistic nature about them. It's definitely a very niche guitar, but if you like this style, then this is definitely for you. First off, let's talk about the finish. This is a bronze finish, which in person has a slight green hue to it. But it's definitely an uneven finish, not necessarily in terms of texture, but in terms of color. So it's more aged towards the kind of bout of the guitar, and in the center it's a little bit more bronzy, I guess. On the back there you can see some of the relicing there and the difference in color. It's a very cool color and I love it. It looks a little bit sage green to me. It reminds me a little bit of the Telecaster we had in, which was like an Irish pub green. Very similar to that. When you match that with an anodized silver pickguard that's been like sanded down, it's just a great look in my opinion. Really suits the Tele nicely. The finish on Dale Wilson next is very unique. You get this very dark, smoky appearance to the headstock of the guitar, which kind of surrounds the tuners. And we get a little bit of relicing on the fretboard, but I'm glad that we don't have the big divots on the fretboard like you do on some Fender guitars. Also get the faux dirt kind of surrounding the frets, so the frets look extra polished and very nice. Obviously you have triple aimed roasted flame maple on this one, so it looks very nice indeed. And you've got the Dale Wilson logo at the back there. But let's just run down the specs quickly. So we have, obviously, ash for the body, so it's a very lightweight guitar finished in this bronze finish. Obviously we have some peaking areas where you can see the bare ash around here as well. It's very kind of realistic to where the wear patterns would be, if that makes sense. So obviously on the back of the guitar where your belt would be, where your arm sits here, where your pick goes, you know, pinky would go there. It's quite cool how it's quite realistic and it isn't like a big piece of relicing here, which wouldn't be realistic. So paired with that, all the hardware has this really nice kind of rusted look to it. It looks like it's been at the bottom of like a pirate ship or something. It has a really cool kind of old-fashioned vibe to it. Obviously, we've got the standard Telecaster bridge with the brass saddles. We've got the modern wiring to volume at the front, tone at the back, three-way switch. And if I bring that closer, you can just see the lovely kind of aging to that anodized pickguard. We've been talking about this at the shop, but usually we're not a big fan of like raw anodized pickguards, does that make sense? When you sand them down, they have a bit more of a friendly touch to them, whereas when they're completely raw, it can feel a little bit, I don't know, it's a bit like scratching your fingers across a chop board. It can feel a bit weird, but this is a very nice feeling. And obviously we've got the Nocaster set in here, which is my favorite set of pickups, the 51 Nocasters. So modern wiring, 51 Nocaster pickups. It's a standard 52 Tele body shape, and we have 4-bolt construction with the Fender Custom Shop inlay, and obviously it's a string-free body like all Telecasters, 6-lin live ferrules. Moving on to the neck, we have a U-style neck on this one, which is the 52 Tele neck. This is AAA roasted flamed maple. Got a really nice sanded job here, heavy relic finish. On the Floor Traveler, it actually says in the bottom, it says notes, it says a little heavier on the relicing, and they definitely did that. So it's good that that was written down just in case you forgot. So some other kind of Floor Traveler specs, we've got the McCarter black inlays, we've got a 9.5 inch radius and 21 frets. We've got a 50s style truss rod, and we have a nitro finish on this one. Again, what we're discussing at the shop with the guy that brought this in is just how beautiful Dale Wilson's finishing technique is. It has a really nice kind of smoky appearance, and it's not necessarily the way that a vintage Stratocaster or Telecaster would look. This is a unique way and a new way of finishing a Fender Stratocaster or a Telecaster. It's its own thing completely. If you wanted a Dale Wilson guitar, you're going to get a guitar with a nice smoky headstock, a very individual finish, and this isn't supposed to be replicating a guitar that once was. This is its own modern kind of Fender guitar, which I think is really cool. Obviously, you've got the vintage specs, but you've got this modern finish, which is to die for. I'm a big fan of Dale Wilson's work. I'm a big fan of Levi Perry's work as well. I think they're really reigniting the Fender line, especially in the Masterbuilt series, and hopefully that trickles down to the USA line. Got some lovely frets here. I just wanted you to bring your attention to how well this fretboard has been rolled over. The fret nibs are very, very nicely done indeed. You can see how flamey that neck is, and it's just an absolute pleasure to play. This is one of my favorite profiles as well. You can just about see the walnut skunk stripe with all that relicing done. But it's an absolute beauty. Obviously bone nut, 6-in-line vintage tuners. You've also got a string tree here. Standard Telecaster stuff. So obviously it looks incredible. It's got that Dale Wilson treatment. But how does it sound? Are these Nocaster pickups going to sound any good? Well, let's plug it into my Kemper Profiler and find out. Welcome to the tone demonstration. For today's episode, I'm plugged straight into my Kemper Profiler, and I'm using my usual Vox AC30 preset. I've got a couple of effects on the floor, but it's going to be mainly clean for today's episode with a few fuzz tones later on. Let's start off on the neck pickup. This is what I used for the intro to today's video, so I'll repeat that riff and just turn down the reverb a little bit just so you can hear the full tone of this neck pickup. Very sweet tone. Let's go to the next pickup, which is the neck and the bridge. These are the Nocaster pickups. Very nice indeed. I'm going to change it up, add a pick now for the bridge pickup. Classic Tele bridge pickup there, lots of spank sounding really good. Lovely stuff, let's add a fuzz pedal, see how that goes. turn up the gain a little bit more. This Telecaster absolutely screams with fuzz. I think that's my favourite tone from this guitar, and that's probably because of the Nocaster pickups. They're so brittle and bright, so when you add a fuzz tone, it gets really chewy, and it's just the best tone in my opinion. Let's see how it rolls down with a bit of fuzz. Let's see how these pickups can deal with that. I'm just trying to turn my fuzz pedal on, which is there. So just rolling down the volume a little. So guys, we're at the end of another video. Before I tell you my personal review and rating of this guitar, make sure to go down on this video and hit the like button. Also, leave your comments in the comment section below. What do you think of this Masterbuilt? Do you think it's good or do you think it's bad? Let me know down below. And if you own any Masterbuilt guitars, I'd love to hear about your experience of owning them. In my opinion, this Telecaster was incredible. Not only do I love the unique kind of design and finish of this guitar, but it also sounded incredible. I'm going to rate this guitar an 8 out of 10 for today's episode. It's a very nice example of a Masterbuilt Strat, and in my opinion, what a custom shop slash Masterbuilt guitar should be. It should be unique, it should have a kind of an individualistic look, and it should also play amazingly, and this guitar didn't fail on any of them. I have to say I'm a big fan of the bronze finish and the maple neck with the kind of roasted nature as well as the kind of smoky finish that's over it. Just looks amazing. Tonally speaking, we have the 51 Nocasters, which is my personal favourite set for a Telecaster, so that obviously swayed me as well, and playing the neck was like butter, the rolled edges were sublime. And really that is what you're paying for when you are paying for a Masterbuilter to do your work, especially like Dale Wilson. The guitar is going to be a unique instrument for you, something that not everybody has, and I really like the way that he has done this Telecaster. Also, the attention to detail, like the polished frets, the rounded frets, the way that they kind of rounded off the fretboard, the comfort carves, the way the relicking is, it's so comfortable, this guitar, and you really have to play one to understand how resonant and lightweight these guitars are. But yeah, that's my opinions today, guys. 8 out of 10, a very solid guitar from the Master Built category. I'm normally not as big of a fan of Telecasters. I tend to actually stray more towards like Strats and Jazzmasters these days. I haven't played a lot of Teles recently, so it was a little bit hard to play this one. Keeping that in mind, this Telecaster was amazing. I think for me, I'd always take a Strat, but it was a good Telecaster for today. But as I said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. We bring you guitar content every day featuring some of the best guitars in the industry, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.